Why are you here? Why are you here? You're here quickly, because camera moving around. Right, what we've got to do is we've got to show you this wonderful script really fast, because otherwise you go away because you've got no attention span, have you, children? No. So the first one we're going to do is a rather wonderful creation about the music industry, and I've written about it because I can't remember anything. Nothing stays in there, unfortunately. I've written about it and I'm going to tell you about what we're going to do. Listen. Heavenly Mother Records. The music industry is an industry about money, or at least it wants to be. There are problems, however, in that every so often it has to contend with people who think they are artists. Worse than that, serious artists. It is felt that only 0.5% of people trying to be artists are actually artists, and only 10% of them are serious artists. That's 12 people, and one of them is dying. The delusion cannot, like all delusions, be ignored. We either pretend, section, or kill. For the benefit of my marvellous creation, Heavenly Mother Records, we are pretending. In this scene, young pop starlet Taylor MacLain wants to be taken seriously as an artist, while her writer and mentor John Dunlop just wants to make money. They find themselves in the offices of Daniel Harpoon, head of Heavenly Mother Records, Taylor's record company. Daniel is flanked by Leslie Mercury, his accounts executive, and woman he's having an extramarital affair with. Okay, so we've done this maybe 2 or 3 times, and it went over really well. Gushing praise from every orifice on YouTube. And I thought, let's do it again, but we have to pick characters. Now, what I've done is I've wonderfully explained what happens in the scene, but that is only going so far because I've written dialogue that takes it even further. That is the actual scene. Do you see how it works? So, we need to pick roles. I'm going to Bagsy Daniel because that's the kind of guy I am. You need to work around that. So what we have is John Dunlop.
I could be a John.
You look like a John.
In the script.
And the real fight, you could be a John anywhere.
Could be a John wherever I want.
If someone doesn't know you, you just go up to them, I'm John. It's not so outlandish that people go, I don't think so. You know, most people go along with it.
People who think I look like a Tom.
Do they? You get
I
that?
completely
I get called
see
Tom
that.
a lot,
Yeah.
Well, then that's the one to go with, because if it's been remarked on,
Yeah.
Should probably change my name.
change your name to Tom, and then everyone will trust you. Right, so that leaves us with Taylor MacLain, who is the pop starlet who wants to be serious. Okay, and Leslie Mercury, who is my right-hand lady in so many ways. I haven't said, and I want you to guess, in the comments, I said there is an extramarital affair going on between Leslie and Daniel, but I didn't say which of them was having which was married. What do you think? What do you think? Can you tell from the dialogue? Only the cleverest among you can. All right?
Well, he's having the extramarital affair.
Is he?
Well, it says, and the woman, he's having an extramarital affair.
Yeah, but he's having an extra. So there is an
Oh, so
affair
he's
going
just
on.
having-
He's having it.
Oh, he's having it. It may not be his.
It may not
but
be.
He's having it.
He may not be the extramarital part of the extramarital affair.
Right.
Because if there's no marriage, it's not really. It's just a relationship.
Yeah.
Unless you've got a girlfriend or a boyfriend and
It's like a
you're
sit-
cheating on them,
Yeah.
that's not as serious, is it? Because
Nobody
you
cares
haven't.
about that, no.
You've not done anything in church.
Are you living together though? Is it?
Well, then it gets more serious.
Yeah.
There's phases
Degrees.
of seriousness. So, but if you said to God, we're married and rings have been exchanged, and then you do it, that's worse than if you haven't done that. I think anyone would agree.
Well, God's involved. The law's involved. You're cheating on God.
Yep.
By cheating on
You're angering God.
your spouse.
And think about, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned.
Yeah.
But I would argue
Oh, God.
God would be worse.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What if God's a woman? That's like a double whammy, isn't
Oh,
it?
that's
It's an
you're in
angry
trouble.
woman and it's an angry
Can you
God.
marry God?
Can you marry God? Well, priests
Yeah,
are.
that's what
Priests
nuns
say
do.
that.
Yeah,
That's what
nuns
nuns
and
do.
priests.
Bride of Christ, at least. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's
Who's-
having loads of extramarital affairs then.
Oh, it's complicated territory
But
now.
he might be
God's cheating on every
a
nun
hypocrite,
that's married to.
or he might be. Well, I don't know. Hypocrisy is bandied around, but in reality, it's just contradiction. I think we should be
It's just
fairer
the
to
whole
hypocrites.
Bible, isn't it? Just
It's not. Let's not get into that now. Right. So who's Taylor and who's Leslie? Quick.
I'll be Taylor.
Quick.
Okay,
Right,
Leslie.
there you are.
Is she a bit of a brat?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yep.
I mean, she's trying to be she's a pop star that trying to be a serious artist. I mean, it's a misnomer, isn't it? So,
Is this American or English?
I'm English, not just in reality. In this, I am.
Can I be American?
You can be American, yeah.
Cool.
It's not a problem. It's a big record label that has American artists. Daniel
Yeah.
Harpoon is English. You could be. You don't need to be English. Daniel's English.
Mm.
So I start. You're Taylor. You see, the problem is, Taylor, that you aren't in the position to be considered serious. It is not our plan for you.
I tried to tell her.
I'm sick of the pop fluff. You have me dressed in a silver catsuit singing the line, I'm only happy when you tell me what to do. Seems like you're trying to send me a message with that one, John.
Do you know how many girls there are out there dreaming of your spot? I could have had any of them.
You did, and that's why I'm here, because you couldn't have me.
Good God.
See what I have to deal with.
She's astute, John, I'll give her that.
Ha!
What's this? Kick John in the pants hour?
Leslie, outline to Taylor the plan once more.
Taylor, you are the 4th biggest selling female artist in the United States. You're a household name provided that house contains a man under 50 and a girl between 11 and 17. You are only 13,000 unit sales from 3rd place and $10 a ticket behind 2nd. You have earned $22 million and stand to earn much more in the next 3 years following our program of catsuits and submissive lyrics.
Do you like money, Taylor?
It is exceptional for buying things with.
Leslie, tell Taylor what would happen if we were to change her into a serious artist for the next album.
Taylor, you would lose the interest of the female teen market that props up all of your earnings. While a fraction of the older fringes may grow with you, the bulk of your buyers will dissipate in the direction of Homeless Dave and Nancy the Frog. Within 18 months, you'll be playing theatres instead of arenas.
You can put 2, even 3 medium-sized theatres inside the average arena, including the walls, windows and ceilings.
We can't make you do anything you don't want to, but if you are to earn less money, then I wouldn't talk to you anymore.
You won't talk to me anymore?
You wouldn't even see me again. At least Leslie might walk past you from time to time. Me? I'm gone. This is the golden floor.
The golden floor?
Yes, only the most profitable people get here. That coffee you've just finished. We made the Duke of Madagascar pick those beans personally. He's meant to be running the country there, but our offer was too good for him to turn down.
So if I've got this right, I make the music I want to make, play that music in theaters, keep my 22 million, probably earn quite far above the average still, and neither of you ever see or talk to me again.
Okay, I think we need to reach a compromise.
We're compromising now. Progress.
I pull one of these writers in you like, okay, to help with my process, and we move in the direction you're looking for gradually over 3 albums. Does that compute, Leslie?
The cohort you currently enjoy will be in college by the time you complete this transition. A proportion will find you passé as their new boyfriends tell them what to like, but you'll hold on to 65% of your listeners and achieve a longevity Nancy the Frog won't enjoy.
What about Homeless Dave?
He's timeless. His market is unimpeachable.
And the silver catsuits?
2 more years.
What if I decide to just get drunk and burn the catsuit in front of the press?
A great idea. In 2 years.
By which point you'll be in a solid 3rd place with additional earnings of $28 million.
All right.
Taylor stands up and leaves.
Are we really doing this? I like the direction we're already going in.
She'll never screw you, John. I might as well give her what she wants. There we are. And that is... It reads like a comedy, doesn't it? But that is exactly what the music industry is like. 100%.
I can imagine that. I was thinking of Ariana Grande during that, dressing up as, you know, in a tutu and stuff.
Do you think she's against that, though? Has she said?
I think...
She's like, I don't want to do that.
I think subconsciously, deep down, there's somewhere in her that goes...
Is there?
I feel like Lady Gaga has kind of done that shift. Like, she started very much as like, oh, really controversial out there, and then she's tried to rebrand herself as like a serious
actress.
artist. But actor as well, yeah.
It's that sort of Disney
She
feel,
did
isn't
it well.
You start in Disney, you start really like twee
Start in
and
Disney.
fun, and then you...
Yeah.
That was a very
run
that
away.
was a very clear line. I don't know what it's like now because I'm divorced from that. If unreality, you call it reality or unreality, but there was a time period where they would start someone off in they'd be bigger than this, but they'd start off in like Disney Club when they were 10, 11. Then they graduate by 15, 16 to quite a wholesome image. They'll talk about like God a lot, like we've done. I mean, we've already covered that. It's dealt with.
Yeah.
So they would say, oh yeah, and it's really my faith is really important. You know, the name is kind of inspired a little bit here, and then they just get kind of sexier and sexier as sort of time went on. Clothing would shrink and become shinier. The subject matter of the songs would still be a little bit pointless and irrelevant, but that didn't really, kind of matter. So, well-trodden path here. What I like about the script, there's so many things to like, is all the characters are really rounded. Yeah, you don't get that really, anywhere. I'm sure you don't disagree. She's clever, right? I wrote that.
You're clever.
I'm clever, exactly. That's not what I was suggesting, but again, smart. She's clever, right? Most people wouldn't write her as clever. She's clever.
Yeah.
In real life, she wouldn't be clever. But in this, she is. She's clever.
Yeah.
She knows what she wants. He's a bit silly, but he is clever because he's got to the top of that mountain and he's effectively used her valuable information to make the deal. They've kept her doing the thing that they want for 2 more years, but not because they've pulled the wool over her eyes, but because they've explained to her what the situation is, so that for the next 2 years, she'll be fully aware of what she needs to do.
So the question is, does that make John an idiot? Because there has to be one idiot in the room.
John can make the argument. He probably is the closest to the... Well, Daniel's probably the way that I do the voice. He probably is. He probably is the idiot in this room, but he's only the idiot in this scenario. The scenario where we talk about image with the supposed artist. He's responsible for all the success she's had so far in terms of the songs that he's written.
He's smart.
Nah, he's smart.
So
Something
in
going, yeah.
his domain, he's very useful. You see, so there's no idiots. Yet
No
you can
idiots
still
in the
have an
room.
interesting scene. So you don't need to be rude about people. Although I've got no problem with that. I mean, I don't want this to sound like a crusade. You can, in this, we're not rude about people because we've got really rounded characters and they're all quite clever and good at certain things. They're not one of them good at everything, but each of them good at something and quite good at other things. Yeah, because that's people. Yeah, that's life, and that is humanity. But never let it be said that I have a problem with being rude about idiots, because I absolutely don't. In fact, if there was a march defending the right to be rude about idiots, I'd be in the front row. I'd have the best placard, be a golden placard with something rude on it. not like visually rude. Probably like clever. Probably clever.
Clever.
They wouldn't understand it.
Yeah. So you're insulting people, but they don't know you're insulting them, which is kind of like,
That's the best.
kind of
The
win.
best kind, yeah.
Yeah.
If you like the video, like it. If you don't know how to do that, apparently subscription is very important. I know that because I've got quite a lot of them and they don't do anything. Comments, I didn't give you a code this time, so technically they are allowed, but I will probably ignore the majority. If there is a really good comment and I happen to be reading, I mean, could happen, thanks. Hit the bell. Bell's the most important thing. If you don't hit the bell, you're a sucker. You're a sucker. Okay, bye. Wave.